this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Hello, people. Good mornings. Good afternoon. Another beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. What? What's up, Steam Deck fans? Steam Deck Tribe, Steam Deck Nation, Steam Deck Universe, Steam Deck World, Steam Deck Legion, what's good? Steam Deck Mob, what's happening? Steam Deck Squad, what's up? And you Steam Deck nerds, geeks, and freaks, and you investigators, what's happening? With your 32 gigs of RAM and your Bazite operating system. Ha! Alright. Seeing you messing with the Steam Deck here. Playing Batman Arkham Knight, looking at Scarecrow behind the glass. Like, remember me? From Arkham Asylum? Yeah. Anyway, so they're messing around here. All right, we got another competitor here. You know, from the for the Steam Deck. Ever since Valve, when Gabe Newell said we couldn't find a game the Steam Deck couldn't run, the competitors was like, okay, we got something to say about that too. All right, and this is where Intel comes in. You ready? All right, let's do this. All right, listen to this. Says here, first Intel Meteor Lake CPU-powered handheld gaming console revealed. ARC Graphics 5 GPU, 20 to 35 watts TDP, LPDDR5. Yeah, RAM. All right, what's up, WCCF Tech? Listen to this. Says here, the first Intel Meteor Lake CPU-powered handheld gaming console has been revealed by Meteor and features an ARC integrated GPU. All right. Says here, Intel Meteor Lake handheld GPU are on the way. 20 to 35 watts TDP with ARC Graphics 5 GPU featuring Alchemist architecture. Whoa. All right. Says here, there's no doubt that AMD has secured a lot of traction with the handheld gaming console space. Yup, yeah, and the Steam Deck is responsible for that. But anyway, with the Ryzen 5000, Ryzen 6000, and the most recent Ryzen 7000 APU being offered in various new devices, but that might change soon with the launch of Meteor Lake CPU at the end of this year. Says here, a Chinese company, Meteor, has now revealed its brand new handheld gaming console, which is the first designed to feature Intel Next Gen Meteor Lake H CPU. While the detail on the SKU are a bit slim, it could include a vast array of options. The Meteor Lake CPU is said to feature a TDP of 20 to 35 watts, which is within the nominal operating range of the handheld processors. And it says here, one of the major component of any handheld gaming device is this GPU, since its main purpose is to play games. AMD's strong iGPU performance is what has led them to become so successful in this space, plus support for the latest modern APIs and upscaling technologies. With Meteor Lake, Intel will be using its latest ARC Alchemist iGPUs, and the specific variants used on this handheld is an ARC Graphics 5 chip. So this also confirms the branding that Intel will be using for its integrated GPU products. Once again, there is no information on the amount of cores, but Meteor Lake's iGPUs offer 8 and 4XE cores, or 128/64 EUS. Says here, other specification of the Intel Meteor Lake H CPU powered handheld gaming console includes an 8-inch LCD with up to 1200 by 1920 resolution, 16:10 ratios, up to 32 gigs of LPDDR5 memory. That's RAM, random access that is. Says here a single M.2 SSD slot, but you know the Steam Deck is already doing 32 gigs so we're not behind. But anyway, it says here it says a single M.2 SSD slot that supports up to 2 terabytes of PCIe Gen 4x4x4 2280 storage device in Windows 11 OS. And Meteor also seems to have had plans to offer an Android variant, but has been marked out. And it says here, shows the Intel Meteor Lake P GPU performance, compute teraflops. Shows 10, 12, 8, 8, 6, 4, 4. So that's Xbox Series X is 12. PlayStation 5 is 10. Let's see. Ryzen Z1 Extreme is 8. PS4 Pro is 8. Xbox One X is 6. Meteor Lake P is 4, and Xbox, I think this is the Series S, is 4. Let me drop the fonts down a little bit here, see which one this is. I'm up to like 175 in fonts. Anyway, keep going here. Let's see what we got. Okay, Xbox. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the Xbox One is 1, PS4 is 1, Nintendo Switch is 0. We're talking about what's this? This is the teraflops. So the Nintendo Switch has 0 teraflops. Xbox One has 1. PS4 has 1. Ryzen Z1 has 2. Xbox Series X has 4. Meteor Lake P128EU has 4. Xbox One X 6. PS4 Pro 8. Ryzen Z1 is 8. PS5 is 10, and Xbox Series X is 12. It says here, note, an AMD RDNA 3 architecture feature dual issue shader design, which leads to twice the actual teraflops. So do keep that in mind when comparing the teraflop figures of different GPUs architecture above. And then it says Intel, let's see, Intel Meteor Lake versus AMD Ryzen Z1 handheld chips. And then it shows the CPU name, Intel Meteor Lake, AMD Ryzen Z1, process nodes, shows the max core thread, max clock, max cache, TDP range, CPU architecture, max GPU cores, peak teraflop, and launch. So let's see, Meteor Lake is 4, Intel 4, 7 nanometer, 16 by 22. That's 5.1 gigahertz, 8 by 16. Wait a minute, max core thread is 16 by 22, 8 by 16. So that's Intel versus AMD. And then max clock is 5.1. Max cache is 22 megabyte, 16 megabytes. Max TDP is 20 to 35, and then AMD is 9 to 30. GPU is Alchemist, RDNA 3, max GPU cores, 8x cores, 12 CUS CUS. It says the device was touched up in detail by Notebook Italia, and we can see that the back features a large vent to push out air vents out of this console. It looks pretty good, and we're obviously looking at an early design, so expect more update in the future. What's obvious is that the handheld gaming space is going to get even more heated in 2024. Then it has a video here, and I will leave the link in the description box. But you know, Gabe Noel warned you boys. We couldn't find a game the Steam Deck couldn't run, and then they backed it up by adding this also, talking about a Steam Deck 2 or revision, so they were prepared for the competitors. But other than that, man, the design of this is like, okay, let's see, who got a picture here that I can look at? Let's see here. Show me something. Okay, it's like you got analog stick, D-pads, button, analog stick. Then you got like where the Steam Deck has these two little buttons here. The Meteor Lake has one by the buttons, and then one by the analog stick, and then there's like two other buttons down here. And see if I can get this out the way here. If I can get this out the way. Let's see, what do we got? Yeah, the person's hand is covering it, but it's got an 8-inch screen. But other than that, got an L and R, and that is that. So Intel is entering the handheld market, but Valve was ready. Been ready. we got the Steam Deck and the revision coming. So yeah. Valve ain't worried. Anyway, yeah, but like the article said though, like I told, actually not what the article said. I told you this when I was covering the Steam Deck, that ocean of handheld market, the oceans of handheld is very competitive. Yeah, and ever since Valve said we couldn't find a game the Steam Deck couldn't run, the competitors was like, okay, all right, if that's the case, then we got something to say about that too. And from the Steam Deck came out, how many handhelds came out? Yeah, you had of course you had one you got the ANEO, the 1X, the GPD, the OXO, the Logitech, but then Asus entered it. Then you had who else? And then you got Lenovo. Yeah, competitive. So when it comes to these handhelds now, speed, power, and performance, man. Yeah, you got to be able to run today's games, and this thing is coming with what? How many gigs of RAM? What are we talking about here? What is this thing coming with? Let's see. How many gigs of RAM here? 30 up to 32 gigs. Up to 32 gigs of RAM, but you can put 32 gigs of RAM on the Steam Deck, you know. Yeah. Just ask the Steam Deck investigators. They know. Yeah, we've been ready. So anyway, yeah, 32 gigs of RAM. That's the standard now. So yeah, these handhelds these handhelds are getting powerful, really powerful. So yeah, ain't no excuses now. You can't come with nothing weak nowadays, if you get the point. So yeah, the standard is what, 16 right now. The RAM is what, the standard gigs of RAM is right now what, 16. So now based on these newer handhelds now, it's like 32. So yeah, remember when I made the video talking about the Steam Deck 2 and I said a 12-inch display and I put about 64 gigs of RAM in it? How do I look now? Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy though. But yeah, these handhelds, yeah, they're coming with some power behind it, man. And yeah, the video games is demanding that they come with a better. The way these games are getting so graphically intense and so demanding, and they're getting so big now. Yeah, the video games are demanding it. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Board, dark side. Go. Peace.